Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so today we are going to do like a reaction kind of video, or I'll just kind of give my feedback on the Trevor Gernon. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. Trevor Gernon, that is Cash's dad. He finally spoke out, okay, and he I think this was on May 23rd. Yeah, it says May 23rd is when this was uploaded. I don't know what day he spoke out, but it says that was on May 23rd. So this is the 27th of May. So I guess it was a couple days ago. But yesterday I made a video kind of explaining what happened to Cash. He was kidnapped from his bed. He was, at the time, him and his twin brother, Carter, were living with the dad's ex-girlfriend, and apparently she was on drugs. So it's a really complex story, I guess. You have to start from the beginning if you would like to know everything that's going on, because it's too much to explain right now. So I would advise you to go check out my most recent video, but there's a lot more information on other channels as well, so maybe even go check one of those out, or just read something about it online. But I would definitely advise you guys to check out the videos on YouTube, because they do a lot of digging that you're not going to find when you just search Cash Gernon's name and what happened to him online. So today we're going to listen to his to Trevor Gernon's video. He put a video out. I guess his sister had said that she felt like he deserved a chance to plead his case and let everybody know what's going on. So she uploaded a video, I guess it was her, just kind of saying what happened, or not really what happened to Cash because he wasn't there, but where he's been. This is a big deal to us, guys, because we need to know where the father has been. Had the father been there, this may not have happened. So I'm going to try to go into this video as non-judgmental as I can, but I can't promise you that that will happen, because we're talking about a 4-year-old little boy who was murdered. And I'm not blaming his dad directly because he didn't do it. However, had his father taken care of him instead of putting himself first, then maybe Cash would not have been murdered. So I'm going to try to have an open mind, and I ask that you guys do the same. Please remain respectful in my comment section. I may or may not turn the comment section off, because I don't want any disrespect to the victim or their families, or even anyone involved in this case, until we have more information. But we're going to get right into it right now. So I have my laptop here, and there's the video. I'm going to go ahead and press the play button, and I'm going to be stopping the video sometimes just to kind of say what I think or what I feel about what he's saying. So let's get right into it.
Trevor Gernon. I'm the father of Cash Gernon and Carter Gernon. I understand that all of you have questions, and I would like to take a moment to address the public.
Sorry, I was interrupted with a phone call. All right, let's try to restart this video.
Trevor Gernon. I'm the father of Cash Gernon and Carter Gernon. I understand that all of you have questions, and I would like to take a moment to address the public. First, let me say that I do not wish this nightmare on any parent. You have no idea how hard it has been for all of us, or how hard it is to hold it together while everyone picks your family apart, family turning on another. All attention and time should be reserved for Cash. I want to thank you all for being...
I can agree with that. So the first part he said was, all attention and time should be reserved for Cash. I can definitely agree with that. I feel like a lot of the time, people spend too much time worrying about the biological mother, or where she's at and what she's doing, and I can agree that she should have been around. But right now Cash needs justice, so he is the one we should be focused on.
Being so compassionate and motivated for justice. It's comforting to know that so many of you feel this loss too.
Yep.
So I will start by clarifying my absence. I knew Monica for a good few years before moving to the Dallas area. She was a single parent like me, so naturally I would ask her advice on local things. At the end of February, beginning of March, Monica offered her home and help, which I was thankful for. Being a single dad with twin 4-year-olds can be overwhelming from time to time. When I decided to move back to Houston after an unsuccessful job hunt, amongst other things, I felt it was in the boys' best interest to not disrupt their routine. I'm
going to stop that right there really quick. So he said when he decided to move back to Houston, he decided to let the boys stay with her because he didn't want to disrupt their routine. Okay, so I told you guys I'm going to try to be non-judgmental, but I'm going to judge him right now because that is not okay. Let me first say this. If you guys have even taken the time to look at the video of Monica, she does not seem very fit to be a mother. She was very clearly strung out on drugs. And not even just her looks and not even just the drugs, but the house that they were living in is not fit for any child, let alone your child, and she's not even your girlfriend. It doesn't make sense to me. That part right there struck me as odd because I have 3 kids, and if I were to move myself and my kids in with my best friend, even if she had a beautiful house somewhere in the suburbs where my kids went to a great school, I could not see myself packing my stuff up and leaving without my babies. I just couldn't do that because your kids are going to want their parents. I mean, I don't care how great of an area it was. I don't care how nice of a house it is, which clearly that was not the case here. And I'm trying to be non-judgmental, but it's certain things that I just do not agree with. And I don't agree with that because, again, she's not even your girlfriend. I could see if y'all were married and you were going to Houston for a job opportunity and you were going to fly them out later on to or move them out later on with you, and you were just keeping them in the school there until you got settled in and you found a nice house and you really trusted her and you've been with her for years. Or if, I don't know, that's just no. I don't agree with that. And to make matters worse, I think that they had a bad breakup from what I've heard. So if you've had a bad breakup with someone, and regardless of how long you've known them, are you going to leave your kids with them? Because let's be honest, guys, she might have been a good person to hear him tell it. He said he trusted her, right? But even if he trusted her, if you have a bad breakup with someone, do you really think they're going to treat your kids like they would treat their own? And I'm not saying they won't. Some people will. Like, I know myself, for example, I'm not going to treat a child different just because of what me and their father or, mother went through. I'm going to treat them with the utmost respect because they're children. They don't deserve nothing but respect. They haven't done anything wrong. But you have a lot of parents or step-parents out here who will not do the same. So I don't think I would have trusted that anyways. But let's keep going.
They were comfortable. They were around other kids, and from what it appeared, Monica was a trustworthy person. This choice I made was...
Again, trustworthy? I would not even say she's trustworthy in the slightest. I've seen her in nothing but a couple of videos, and even if she's not the one who set up Cash's murder or had anything to do with the murder, she's still not trustworthy because the child got murdered. She said it herself in a video that she doesn't get out of bed until 10 a.m. and Cash has to wake her up. Do you guys know how dangerous that can be for 2 4-year-olds to be running around the house awake while you're dead ass asleep? Excuse my language. But they could go outside. They could get in the road. They could mess with the stove and set the house on fire. They could stick their finger in an electrical socket. They could eat medication that maybe you dropped one on the floor. I think about all this stuff, and already I'm like, no, she's not trustworthy. Even if you just look at her picture, she's not trustworthy. Like, her face, her eyes were sunken. You could tell by the way she was talking in circles that she was on some kind of drug. So, he's not looking too good right now.
With best of intentions has resulted in the most horrific outcome. I have paid the most ultimate and painful of price for my poor judgment, and I have to live with this devastation every single day. I will never forgive myself. If I could, I'd go back and do everything different. This is a nightmare that doesn't go away once I open my eyes in the morning. Sorry.
Y'all hear how his voice is cracking up, right? Well, what I've noticed about that is that so far, he's talking about me. Me, right? It's, I feel so bad. I have to live with this for the rest of my life. Well, guess what, Trevor? Cash doesn't get to live for the rest of his life because you didn't take him with you and someone killed him. So you having to live with this for the rest of your life? I mean, at least you get a chance to live, you know? And it's very odd to me how when he was talking about how much he thought that he could trust Monica, and when he was talking about how happy Cash was and how much of a good environment he thought he was in, and when he's talking about Cash, he's not cracking up crying. But as soon as he starts talking about what he has to live with and what he has to go through and how he has to deal with it, he starts to cry.
We just don't understand how this can happen to such a bright and cheerful kid.
Okay, he shed a tear there, I guess.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
I know he's probably hurt
I
behind this.
understand.
And I don't want it to seem like I'm being a total bitch to him. I know he loved his son. I know he probably maybe had a drug problem. Maybe had a lot going on. He probably did not expect this to happen. I'm 9 times out of 10 certain that he did not expect this to happen. But it's poor choices, guys. And I'm not blaming the dad for the murder. I'm not blaming him for the murder. I'm just upset with him like everyone else is that he neglected his child.
I understand how Mindy and Connie could be upset and want.
By the way, I wanted to stop that right there really quick. I'm not trying to keep on stopping it too much, but Mindy is the biological mother and Connie is her mother, Mindy's mother. So that's the grandmother.
To do and say things to me because he was in my care. If it had happened in her care, I'd unfortunately feel she held responsibly too.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to process and comprehend such violent tragedy, our grief blames others. It blames ourselves. And Mindy, I am so sorry that I failed to keep him safe. That is my job as a dad. And I was not able to do that. And I'm sorry.
I respect that. He apologized to the mom. That was much needed. Because
to make matters worse,
even though she's not present, she did not expect for this to happen. And according to some of the media, I guess, she had been, the biological mother, had been looking for the boys, trying to find them. So she was making an effort.
I have to fear for my freedom, as it is the goal of some to see me go to jail rather than grieve the loss of my little boy. All I want to do is have that one thing every parent deserves. To say goodbye.
Okay, there he goes again. Me, right? My freedom. Are you serious right now? You didn't even kill him. So clearly you're not going to go to jail for like 30 years. You're worried about your freedom and your child is dead. Your child will never breathe again. He will never wake up again. He will never get to see you again. You'll never see his sweet smile. You will never get to get him back on the school bus. His brother will never have his twin again. Let that sink in. And this man's sitting here talking about jail. Let me tell you something. If I ever neglected my children to the point where someone killed them, I deserve my ass to be in jail. I deserve it. I deserve to be there for, give me as long as you need. Throw the book at me. Because you know what? If I could walk away from my kids and allow them to be in a dangerous situation like that, and then they die as a result of my actions, I deserve nothing more, nothing less than jail. Okay? So, I don't like that at all, how he's talking about jail already and talking about himself and how he can't grieve over his little boy. And I get it. I mean, I get that you're hurt and I get that you need to grieve. But, you know, this could have been prevented.
Bye, and be with my son one last time before I return him home.
Whoops, I didn't do that, my computer.
I wish I could give you all of the answers, but I don't have all of them. I'm barely getting through a day that doesn't take me to a dark place. I miss my son. I miss my kids. I hope you all can understand how fragile we all are, and how quickly things can turn upside down. It makes you wish you spent more time.
Yeah, okay. I felt
I'm
like
sure
that
that
was
throughout
genuine.
this situation, there will be a lot of less than favorable things said and speculations towards everyone involved. I would hope that we can all cooperate and band together to make sure Cash...
Okay, that's it, guys. So, a couple things I did feel about his video was that his sincere apology to Mindy, the mother of his children, I feel like that was sincere. I feel like he really does feel bad for that. I also feel like towards the end when he was saying, you know, that he, what he was saying towards the end, I feel like that was pretty sincere as well. But one thing that did bother me about this, another thing that bothered me about it, was that Carter was never mentioned. Carter is his son. Carter is his, the twin. So I thought that was very odd because he's still alive. Carter's still alive. So you would think that he would be talking more about, you know, we need to get justice for Cash, and then I need to step up and do what I have to do for Carter. So please, you know, forgive me for what I've done, but right now I'm focused on Cash. I know that, you know, whatever, okay? But I feel like he should have definitely mentioned Carter, and he never did. Carter still needs him. That's his son. And Carter doesn't have the one person that he had, which was Cash. Cash is gone, and I'm sure Carter is devastated. So I feel like he definitely needs to wake up and realize he still has a surviving child that he needs to do for, and that he needs to be strong for. As far as the rest of the video goes, I feel like that was more of a apology on his behalf so that people won't be mad at him. But I didn't feel like it was as sincere as it should have been for Cash. I feel like Cash deserved more than that. And he never got that. You know, everybody failed this child. Everybody failed him. Poor baby. His mother wasn't around, even though she was looking for him and trying to contact them again. She wasn't around for how long? His dad just jumped up and left him because he thought he was in a comfortable position. You left your son. I just can't wrap my mind around it. I can't, guys. So, I mean, you heard the video. You judge. Go look it up on YouTube so you can hear it straight through without my reaction. Listen to it yourself and then think about what you feel. I feel like he was talking way too much about himself and not enough about Cash and Carter. He never even mentioned Carter's name. So that bothered me. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. There's more information. They held a candlelight vigil, I think it is, for Cash, maybe yesterday. So I'm going to go watch that video right now and get as much information as possible, and then I will be back with more info soon. See you guys.